That's right, folks. We're here with them live right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is DeLa Preme, Mr. DeLa Preme. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, man. Skiggity, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for taking some time to be on the show. Welcome to Behind the Glass. Obviously, people know from the first episode, we're trying to interact with a lot of people in different roles within the industry. And so, you know, a very important role, if I do say so myself, is a music artist, which you happen to be. But that's, you know, one of many things that you are. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you first got started doing what you're doing.
Man, well, first off, thank you. I appreciate you, bobstract, for letting me be in this motherfucker. Salute to my brother gang. Yeah, I wear a lot of these. I wear a lot of hats, fool. I wear a lot of hats. But as far as the music shit goes, I've been doing that since I was about, I want to say 14, 15 years old.
True.
Probably a little bit less than half my life, something like that. And then I started off just doing battle rapping and shit.
True.
I wasn't making songs. Yeah, I wasn't making songs at first. I was just battling in different neighborhoods for my neighborhood, and that's how I got like my bars up. My skin got tough. Like it was a good like rite of passage to introduce me into music and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sully, who was on your guys' episode last week.
That's right.
My brother, I've known him since we were in 7th grade. So he used to, he would come to my battles and shit, and he convinced me to stop just battling at the bridge or battling people and get into the booth and start making songs and shit. So that's really how I started. It was Sully making me serious. Because I had recorded in people's studios and shit before, just off of like, just fun and because like they knew I could spit, but I never took it serious. Like, let's start making songs or let's start putting together projects. And so Sully, for real, that's what his mom was on. And that shit changed everything, bro. And at first it was a struggle because since I was battling, like every single song I would do, I would like low-key battle every song. So it was like I had no hooks. It was just like all bars, trying to show people how many bars I have. But like, nobody want to really fucking listen to that shit.
Well,
unless you add a battle. That's just me, like, you know, and I'm not saying there's not pockets of people who love to hear lyrical rap. That's fire, of course. But it also, like, I want to make timeless music, and I wouldn't have never learned that if I didn't go do it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even know I was 16s and shit and count my bars or nothing. I would just spit until the beat was over. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's...
Now, fast forward.
Go ahead.
No, you good? I wanted to have an excuse to hit my joint anyway.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that that's like one of the biggest differences between you and like a lot of artists from here, from anywhere. Is like, I feel like traditionally maybe people start like making songs first and then transition to battle rap. A lot of people just are not even ever associated with battle rap, but it's, I feel like, very rare to start out battle rapping and then transition into making music.
Bro, it's so bad that they low-key say that there's a curse. Like, and the curse is what I spoke of. Like, you'll battle every song. You'll be battling fucking love songs and shit. You know what I mean? And it won't translate to the fans. Nobody wants to dance to that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that can't really attach to emotions if you're just angry all the time. And, like, at the time, I was angry all the time. Like, not like I hated my life, I hated the world. It's just I was always on, like, combat mode. You know what I mean? Because that's just, like, how I've been raised and shit, how I came up. But... And then I realized, you know, there's a lot more to life than just being fucking mad all the time and trying to kill people every single song and shit, you know.
True.
That's not timeless because some people won't relate to that shit at all.
Well, there's more
so
emotions.
Like the curse. Yeah, and then like the curse is if you like a lot of battle rappers are like the most talented lyricists in the world in the history of rap. You know what I mean? But the niggas cannot make songs to save their lives.
It's a different art.
And I'll stand on that, you know? And they can't really argue it because they know it's a fact, and it comes down to you having to like put up examples of people who are successful and still do both. There's not that many, bro.
Yeah.
There's literally like maybe 3, and like that's a stretch. That's because we're fans of them as battle rappers, and then we accept that they can actually make songs, not because they're so dope at making music. And I'll stand on that, bro. I'll die on that hill because I've been in both, so I know. You know what I mean? But I have respect and love for all aspects of art because there's no rules to this shit, but. Yeah, that's how I ended up making music, and then You know, from there it's just been skirt skiggity skirt the whole time. From that shit straight up. Before I had dreads and everything and shit, and you know, and it's a life I chose. I love it. And like now we got Easy Way Too Active and everything else on top of it. I just came all like I wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't have any of these things if I didn't start off at that bridge battling people. That planted the seed for everything that I am today. So salute to them, man. Salute to that bridge, man. Salute to the trenches.
Yeah, true. You got to remember where you came from for sure.
Big fact, big fact.
You tapped on this a little bit. What is AZ Way Too Active? I know that's a lot, but take us through what is AZ Way Too Active?
It's the company that's changing the landscape of Arizona in general, bro. Like, it's changing the face. It's providing and building actual infrastructure that we've never particularly had before. Also coming from an artist standpoint and being a part of so many generations of scenes out here and being booked for shows. I never skipped any steps. You know that shit. I don't gotta tell you that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Bob knows. He knows. He's seen me through a lot of these steps, the ups and downs, like crazy. You know what I mean? So like, both of us can appreciate where we at right now in life because that's the type of relationship that we have, you know? Like a lot of people ain't gonna show you those vulnerable sides and shit. Bob's probably seen me at my most vulnerable in my whole entire life. My brother right here. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just a fact.
That's true.
I got this man's life forever. He's one of the coolest niggas on the planet. So like just off rip, you know, having that infrastructure and being a part of seeing like what's been done wrong, what's been done right, and learning from all of it, I know what I wanted to contribute to the state. Like I wanted to build a legacy of something that I can be able to help businesses, athletes, and all creatives have a machine, you know what I'm saying, that can push you through to the next level. And if anything, connect you to the right people that are going to get you to that next level. Because a lot of people, and you know, I don't want to speak in generalizations. I hate doing that shit. But it gets to a point out here that a lot of people are for themselves or for their own brand, and they don't really see the big picture. I've always been a person that cares about our whole state looking like a good investment, the whole scene, like how we're represented as a scene, you know? And that comes with doing the groundwork and building an infrastructure, not taking advantage of people, showing young artists, because there's a lot more younger people than there are people my age, how to do business the right way, how to carry yourself in the right room so that you're respected, and how to treat your art with respect, because it's more than just recording a song and dropping that shit. A lot of people don't even understand like the simple things that might seem complicated, but when you learn it, it's mad easy. And you know what I mean? And you know that because we've been through that shit. But like, people just don't have guidance, and I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't have at least one person that believed in me. I've been blessed to have like a lot of good like guidance, whether it's been hard shit in life or like dope shit, but I've been blessed to have good lessons to learn from. And I feel like my legacy is contributing that to the scene. And a lot of people don't even know me for the music. The young motherfuckers don't even know me for that. They know me as like Big Bro Preme, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Preme, that puts you on shows and can get you where you need to go, and like on some mobile shit, which I love. But then when they find out that I actually make music and I dope, and they find out how long I've been putting in work, it makes it more official. It's like being a boss that's worked every single position in the company.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna respect those bosses more than someone that just got placed there and doesn't understand nothing that's going on here. I never skipped any steps out here. I probably took more steps than I had to.
True.
And you know what I mean? To learn the hard way. But it benefited me now to where I can actually help people. And like that's what this is. Mm-hmm. And we went from a hashtag to having a building, to having a headquarters, to about to get our second one, to having multiple venues under our umbrella. We've thrown over 165 shows in a year. That's just with shows. You know what I mean? We like, do interviews, dropped over 115 interviews with all types, like with athletes, businesses, and artists. You know what I mean? Like I can argue that not only are we the best new thing, buddy, even though we've been around since a hashtag since 2017, we're probably the best new fresh like breath of air and the best thing that can happen to our state, especially at this time. For sure. Because we're the bridge of the younger generation and the older generation. The younger generation don't listen to the older generation. They don't want to hear nothing from them. They don't trust them because of shit that they've done, or they failed when they had the torch, you know? And the older generation just tells the younger generation that they don't know shit and they'll never understand because they haven't been through what they've been through. I'll make it a point to be in the middle and help with the communication, because all it is miscommunication
100%.
At the end of the day. And that's all it is. It's like everybody can eat. No one team or one brand or one faction has to do it all. We all just need to know we're contributing to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, man. The canvas, I gotta paint my piece of this canvas. Big Glendale shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta contribute mine straight up. So,
I
in
feel
a
that.
nutshell, that's what AZ Way Too Active is, man. A breath of fresh air, everything that this state is ever fucking needed, man. Salute to my twin, bro. We out here for
That's
all of
tight.
y'all.
Yeah,
Hit me
that's
up,
right.
skiggity.
That's right. Shouts out AZ Way Too Active. Definitely, if you're trying to throw a show, if you're trying to grow as a brand, as a creator, influencer, what have you, definitely tap in with them. The machine is growing, and they're doing something really cool, I think. So,
Bob's helped us oil our machine, so he knows. You know, it takes a team, it takes a village. So we're
true.
big on that shit. You know, we don't. You know, we're here. We all care about the bigger picture.
Hmm.
So love, fool. I appreciate you,
I
man.
appreciate you.
For straight up.
Getting back to you as an artist, though, what do you think
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the hardest thing about what you do?
Like, what do you mean, like making
I
music or
mean,
like pushing?
making music,
Like,
performing music, like I guess more of the stuff you were doing as DeLa Preme, because I know AZ Way Too Active is a whole nother, can of worms, if you will, good can of worms, but there's a lot to,
yeah,
decide and stuff.
different way. Yeah,
Yeah.
whole different way that I move when I'm doing that shit. But
Hmm.
as an artist, like performing is my favorite part because I came from battle rap, and there wasn't like a beat to save me and shit. So everything was performance. So that was already a huge part of my brand. A lot of people never even heard my music. They would just see me live, and that's how I started getting booked over and over. It's how I got on my first tour. How I met my first manager. Shout out to Larry. Shout out John. Shout out to even Mumbles. You know what I'm saying? Like went through crazy ass situations. Where I showed that I was a good investment, and that came from being such an excellent performer, bro. Like that's how my name got built out here for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best performers, probably the most booked for like consistent years. I was the most booked.
I will
You know what I
say
mean? Before,
highest energy Arizona performer, any generation, any genre of music I've ever seen. DeLa Preme does
I
something
appreciate you, gang.
when he goes on the stage. He turns around, gets the mic, and he says, "My name DeLa Preme." You know what I mean? It's a whole
And I
different
say
vibe.
facts. I say shit like skirt, skirt, and that's big facts. And
Yeah.
honestly, I leave my body when I get on stage because it's like, you gotta give everybody their all. And I want them to feel where I'm coming from as far as on the energy level, on the frequency level, and like that's just therapeutic for me. I make music because it's therapeutic. It's my real life I talk about, like, you know what I mean? And like the fact that people can relate and rock to it, that's just a blessing because y'all feel where I'm coming from. And the people who haven't yet, they will. And I know I got music for everybody. And I know like that's not something that everybody can say. So
Hmm.
like that's my favorite part performing for sure. The hardest part was uh trimming off yes men and learning what to push and what not to push. Cause I'll crank out a lot.
Hmm.
And I think at this point I don't like some are hit or miss. I got all hits now, but I still will only want to push the strongest things because you don't want to waste the shots.
True.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be known for taking all these shots and not hitting any.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like that don't work. And like I think I was lucky enough to go through a process where I cranked out so much music, hoping that someone would just magically find it and I'll blow up. That I cranked out so much work that now I have a deep catalog. But now that reality is set in because that's not how it is. No one's just gonna find you. You have to put in the work too.
Right.
I know the machine and know the behind the scenes of how this shit works way better than when I was younger.
Hmm.
So now I could push it more meaningfully and actually have an impact with my music and give myself a real chance with this shit. Instead of just being a local legend or a hometown hero, like that shit's cool. That shit's dope, you know what I mean? But like, do you want to be in the G League or the NBA? And then when you get to the NBA, are you trying to stay? Are you trying to get fired when the draft comes in? I'm not one of them niggas. I'm going to the Hall of Fame, fool. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Straight
Yep.
like that. And then after that, I'm gonna be a coach because coaches last longer than players do. Like
True.
there's so many levels to this shit, bro. And now like I see what it is now, and that's what I'm on. So you're gonna see a lot of drops from this point on to the rest of the year. I'm flooding.
Hmm.
I haven't dropped in a year.
Hmm.
That's rare for me. That's not what people are used to when it comes to me. I'm always either doing features or dropping music. I think the last 2 years, I did over 100 plus features.
Right.
I don't know too many niggas in the industry that can say that. You know what I mean? That are already like, and that's all gonna come back, and I'm gonna be able to farm off of all of that once I break. You know what I mean? And so are they. That's beautiful things. I just feel like now I can make my next moves the best move, and I'm just ready to flood the right way and just solidify myself as one of the dopest artists, not just on the West Coast or just in Arizona, just period, fool, like
Yeah.
just period. Cause I'm growing. I'm always trying new things, always. And I think there's just a lot more I have to give and show people that they haven't seen those sides of me yet, you know? So I gave you a couple of songs like that today. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people don't even get that side of me, you know? They don't know. Now you know. Now you know I've been tripping low key. I've been going
Yeah.
crazy low key. I'm like,
That's
straight up.
well. The
It's
one,
time. It's
the one I
time.
really like is from December of last year. So I know you've been holding out on me from at least December of last year. At
And
minimum.
like and no and like no offense to my brother, you know, but I give my friends all of my shit before it drops so much that like they're not excited when it comes out
I
because they've
feel
had
that.
it for a year.
Yep.
They've had it for a year. They bumped it for like it's already one thing that I bump it all the time, but I still want you guys to be excited like you were the first time you started fucking with me. Like I don't want to rob you of that because I want an initial reaction, not like oh I've heard this like for a year already.
Yeah.
Finally, he drops this. I do not want niggas saying that shit. Like, unless you stole a leak or something, you know what I mean? I don't want
Uh-huh.
people to be like, oh, finally. Like, I want people to be like, damn, what's this? The fuck is this? This what you
Yeah.
been on? It's a way better reaction than this finally. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason. But yeah, you see the dates on those, bro? I got folders in my phone of like 45 recordings, like multiple folders, bro. Sully will tell you to, you know, like,
Mhm.
I'm not going to drop nothing if I don't have a real way to roll it out or if I don't feel like it's ready. It'll sit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it'll be perfect when it's time.
There you
There's
go.
always a time because the whole world hasn't heard us yet. So
Facts.
let me get off my soapbox and spark this.
You're good. You're good.
Giggity.
So the next question I have kind of ties into. Well, I'm gonna speak for you a little bit. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong or not. But I think
You're
20.
really good at this, by the way, Bob. Just so you know, you're really
Yeah,
good at this.
I appreciate
Do
you,
this more. Do
bro.
this more, bro.
Bro. I
For
did
real.
this. Remember, I did this 3 years ago with the whole local stream.
Yeah, yeah. Bring it back. You
Anyway,
cold.
we're
You
bringing it
cold,
back. We're
bro.
bringing it back.
We
Um,
might be down to sponsor you. We might have to give you a piece of the channel or something like that, bro. You killing this.
I
You're doing
appreciate
it.
you.
Nah, you're killing
I
this.
appreciate you.
I some people interview me and it's trash. I'll be over it. Like, I'll
Mhm.
be over it like 15 minutes. Like, oh, it's sounded funny.
No, I think I'm built for it. But
You are for
what I
sure.
wanted to say is I think it was 2018. I want to say you were doing shows every weekend, like
Yeah.
every weekend for like at least a year and a half. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
when you're talking about that oversaturation, I think that that was one of that was a pretty major setback for you. It wasn't a
It
setback
was.
in terms of being able to find shows, but it was in terms of like being able to like maneuver your ship. I felt like knowing you back then, you were kind of locked into like doing these shows every weekend. Do you want to talk about that or like any other setback that you've experienced?
Yeah, like, and I'd have Justice, you know, really get on my ass about that shit.
Hmm.
Like, I've had multiple people talk to me about it, but Justice really got on my ass about it. You know what I mean? And like, salute to him. He's been holding me down since I was like 16.
That's
That
right.
fool been
Salute to
putting
justice.
food in. You
Salute
know what
justice.
you know what
Respect
I'm
the
saying?
underground.
Like,
Yep.
I'll never let nobody talk crazy about Justice.
Yeah. Facts.
So like, literally, he told me because he saw me do this, and when it got, you know what I'm saying, he knows, and he told me he's like, you're fucking up your accessibility, and he's like, he knows I live off of it. Like, I've been blessed to be able to live off of like my businesses and my music and my merch and shit, and not have to work a 9 to 5 for like a large chunk of my adult life, unless I absolutely like decide to take a step back and do that shit.
Right.
Really, if I want to learn something, a new trade, or I just need some extra money, but for the most part, I don't like working for people. I've always had a problem with that shit. So like, that's just how I am as a person. I know that's not for everybody, or people are getting to that point, and they will.
Mhm.
But like, that was how I was feeding my family. That's how I was paying bills and everything. And like, my price was good, and it still is. And like, I can eat off that shit. But I was doing a show every fucking weekend. Some weeks it'd be 3 shows in a week. Fool.
That's
Like,
true.
I remember the first Mother's Day after my mom died, bro. I think I did 4 shows in that day, bro. In that day. And it's like fire. It was fire. I love to be able to flex that I was the most booked and all that shit. But like, I was too accessible. Like, you would be like, I don't care. It doesn't matter if I miss this show with Preme next weekend or the weekend after. I can catch that floor at a better venue or on a better lineup. Or maybe he's headlining this one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is his show. You feel me?
Hmm.
And like, that's dope until like you get oversaturated and it's like it fucks up the accessibility or like the mystique or the excitement of when you see an artist, you know. I want people to be hyped when I'm on something like, damn, this is Preme on that shit. Like, you know what I mean? That only comes by not doing shows every week. And that game was so real, it's hard to take because I'm thinking about my money getting fucked up. That's all I'm thinking about is like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, but what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't like. This is how I pay my bills and feed my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a father of four, so like and I got a big family that I'm trying to take care of. Besides just me as a father,
Mm.
I didn't think it was in the cards or an option for me to be like, nah, I can't do a show this weekend. I can say no to this. I didn't think I could say no. I say no a lot now, bro.
Yep. That's a
I say no
superpower.
a lot. I say no a lot, but there's a lot more power in that two-letter word than almost every other word in the English dictionary, bro.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it's like that. It's like one of the smallest words besides I
Hmm.
and A and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no is a powerful word, but you got to stand on it.
Yep.
Then you can set your price and do all these things, but just letting everybody know that they can book you, because then your word starts, but everybody know they can book you for this price. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that was probably the biggest thing, having to learn how to transition and balance it right, so I can make bread and make money other ways, or just make more money off of those plays, bigger plays, so that I don't have to do a show every weekend. I can only do a couple if I want to, and I can live off of that and shit too. Because I'm not ever going back to working a job.
Absolutely.
I know they say never say never, but I'm never doing that shit.
That's good. No, it's good. If I firmly believe if you tell yourself, not plan A is working out, I'm not going to make a plan B. You're going to focus that energy that
Yeah.
you would on that plan B.
All on
on
plan A.
Yeah.
All on plan A. If I had to plan B, that means I'm already slightly giving up on plan A. I see plan A failing, so I need something else to fall back on. Plan A is good.
Yeah.
Plan A is so good. I got other plans because plan A is so good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just had to polish it. I just had to polish it.
So, that was probably like, one of the hardest things you've dealt with. Now let's talk about something a little happier. I think I know the answer to this, but if you had to think of your favorite studio or like recording setting memory,
Come on, bro.
of any time, of any place you've recorded, what comes to mind for you?
Yo, Paramount.
Absolutely. I knew
Easy.
it. Yeah.
Easy.
Hold on.
Easy.
Tell them a little bit about Paramount. I'm going to get the link to that video, and I'm going to post it in the chat for him.
So Paramount Studios is a major studio in LA. It's where a lot of huge artists record and finalize their album. The room we were in was in the biggest room. Kanye was literally in the room the day before we were there. All his shit was still set up the same way on the mixer and everything. On all the fucking thing, which is crazy. The floor, who's Han Solo? What's his name? Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford, I think.
Yeah, built the floor in the A room that we were in because he used to be a carpenter. You know what I'm saying? He built the floor before he was Han Solo and all that shit. And we were on the C800 microphone, like not even trying to like flex how much it is, but it's very expensive to go there, And I took my whole family. I took Sully, I took Sammy for the first time, and Wigs, and you know what I mean? Like, some of the biggest things we've all done, like, as family, we took that trip deep, got a nice Airbnb, and I finished out Skirt Day there.
Yep.
And it was big, bro. It was just big because me and Sully been going so hard, even since Sully had me rapping in his closet, bro. And in the bedroom with a bed in it, bro. Him and Katie's bed was in the same room, and he had a little table that's next to the closet with a laptop, and the wire goes under the fucking door into the closet, and my shit's hanging from like the rack where the hangers is at and shit. Before he even got like a fire ass mic stand.
That's how you get
He's
it.
just nice. He's just nice.
That's
and like
how you get it.
Then it up fam, right? And at every stage of his upgrades, that's my brother, bro. You know what I mean? So like it's like we've all seen each other at pretty much every stage. That fool went from like not having the bed in the rooms to now the whole room's a studio. Now we're super lit.
Yeah.
To being at other studios. Me and Sully been in Cali plenty of times in a lot of different rooms, and he's nice. He's nice. He's industry nice. He's locally nice. He's just nice. He's ready as fuck. He's always been. He grows like we do. He's always learning, bro. Like he's always trying to be better every single day. He's an engineer who's gonna care about your shit after the hours are clocked out, and that's rare, because some people you just pay them. And once that shit is over, they're not thinking twice about that shit. They don't even believe in you enough to even care about putting all their effort into it. They just want to get paid. He's not like that. That fool literally cultivates careers. He cultivated mine, cultivated my nigga, cultivated a lot. He's contributed directly to cultivating to us being real artists. You know what I mean? Like
more so than a lot of people in the industry.
Than a lot of people, bro.
And he's not being paid for that. I'm gonna just be clear because he does
not,
the same
bro.
thing
He's
for
not.
me. Yep.
And how do you pay for it? Like, how much should you charge for being genuine? You don't. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, you can't charge for that because it's not it's a priceless thing.
Mhm.
It's like either you fuck with somebody or you don't. And the thing is, by him taking himself so serious, it made all of us take ourselves serious. You know what I mean?
Big
Because we
facts.
directly got to watch him grow in front of all of us. We all saw him do this shit. You know what I mean? It's possible. You know, he built his studio with his own hands. Every single one he's had, bro. Every single one, bro.
And
He's the type of
nowadays,
boss that's
that's
done,
something.
bro.
His new studio with
So
like
he's at
the
11 million. He had 11 million streams now.
here. Let's go. I'm a good 2 million of those. You gotta admit. You gotta admit.
I would like to think I'm a nice like 500,000 or something like that.
You're easily over a mil, I would say.
That's my brother, man. I'm so proud of all of us, bro. I just hope we all keep growing and keep creating more leaders, bro. Because this is what it's about, for real. This is what it's about. And yeah, that's my favorite experience for sure. Like I got to share with my family and shit. Shit ain't dope if you gotta do it by yourself. It's not really fun.
Yeah.
It's fun when you can share with your people. You know what I mean? And all y'all are like really love what's happening because you know what y'all came from and shit. And the ones that don't appreciate it, that's who you cut off.
Facts.
Oh, since that trip, I don't even have the same niggas in my gang. In my clique, the ones who are around know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Those are like, you know what I mean? But there's people who went me on like that are lucky they got invited, bro. Are just so lucky they got invited, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
That's a moment they can cling to that they'll probably never get invited to another one of those ever again. You know what I mean? So,
Not a lot of people are doing that. Not a lot of people are doing
Hell no.
the
They
project
didn't have to pay
Paramount.
nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't have to pay nothing. Motherfuckers had to smoke me out.
Yep. Hey, but
And
that's
I'm already smoking myself out. Me and
I
Sully
know.
had mad pack. We had so much pack.
I seen the video. Well, so I posted the video in the chat. If people wanted to check that out, the Projects to Paramount video, popping champagne at the Airbnb and shit at the end of the video or at the end of the project.
Man,
so.
super forward thinking, bro. I didn't even appreciate how dope that was. I did that. That happened right after my mom died too. So like, I needed a dub or something positive to happen, you know, because that shit would have you depressed and shit. You know what I mean? Like in a dark place. So I needed some positive shit to happen. The whole process of Skirt Day was very therapeutic. Helped me, it made me solidify, stay busy, don't play busy in my soul. And made me realize, like you can overcome anything and shit. So like that shit was a big piece of it. He need to do more trips like that. I just don't like leaving home because I don't got to. Unless it's something major. Like we can do that shit.
Facts.
I mean, like
Facts.
that shit was tight to experience it, but we can do that shit here.
Bro, let me know. We can get something worked out. You know what I mean? Let me know.
You see Fonz's new studio?
I've seen him posting about it, and I saw the before and after of like the work he did. He put in some work for sure.
I'm hella happy he don't got to be in his house no more, bro. That nigga came a long way, bro.
That's huge.
We
Once
talk
you get
about
it
other
outside
people.
of your house, that's so huge for your peace of mind and like security.
Peace of mind,
stability.
bro. Peace of mind. It's like, bro, I can leave and come back. I don't even have to. I don't gotta be here and sleep here and shit.
Yeah, because
You
he
know
was
what I
probably
mean?
spending
It looks
all
nice,
his time
too.
there. Like when it was at
Hell
his
yeah,
house. Yeah.
That shit's stressful. It's dope. It's dope loving the craft and being a part of shit and loving it so much you'll have it in your home. But that's different people's energies coming into your home every day.
Facts.
Energy's big, bro. You know that we both are big on that shit too. Like energy's big, bro. You can feel it. You can feel the toxic energy quick.
Yep. Unless you're blinded by the. Anyway. So. So I wanted to get back to something we talked about at the beginning. Battle rapping. Do you have a favorite battle of your own? I know this is like way back, but
that I've been in?
Yeah. Do you have one?
Derez, easy. Derez, easy.
I put
easy,
D in the ER, easy, dog.
Yeah,
that shit is in my head all day. That line. That
you know
will
what's
never
so
leave my
crazy
mind.
about, bro? What people don't understand about those, and y'all can all go look that shit up.
I'm gonna find it for
It's
him.
public information. You know what I mean? I'm never out here stomping like I'm the best battle rapper in Arizona or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But me and Coke and Derez came up in a time that was crazy where we have a lot of dubs under our belt. You know what I mean? Where it was so bad they could only put us against each other. That's how bad it got. You know what I mean? Like there was no one. It wasn't worth it unless they put us against each other. You know what I'm saying? And me and Derez, we did this.
I just put it in the chat. 8 years ago, you have no hair in the thumbnail.
No dreads.
No hair, bro.
Nice fade. My whole head behind me in that shit. Another thing, a lot of niggas don't do anymore that me and Coke were specialized in. We didn't write our bars. We freestyled for real though. No fake freestyle. All I would do was get a 40 of Mickey's, smoke a blunt of Christmas Reggie. This is exclusive information right now. Nice fat zigzag of that shit.
This is a fucking world premiere. Let's go.
Exclusive. It would get me in my mind frame. It would get me ready, and I would just kill niggas, bro. And I did that for every single battle. Like, I'm pretty sure if I would have took that shit serious, like, this is what I want my career to be. If Sully didn't come around and all that other shit didn't happen, I would have been doing that shit for real. You know what I mean? Because I get real tunnel vision and dialed in on shit when I want to be nice or something. You know, like, I just want to be the best. Now I want to just be the best at making timeless music. You know, I want to be the best at, like, putting on people out here. I want to be the best at breaking artists and breaking businesses and breaking athletes. You know what I'm saying? There's other things I want to be the best. I want to be the best at selling merch. I want to be the best father. Like, there's just things that I look at different. You know, I don't care about that shit, but I love that shit a lot. Like, and I'll always be a part of it. Like, I met Smack last year. I got to shake his hand, bro.
Yeah.
Shit changed my life. That's full circle, bro. Yeah. That's the creator of all of this, for real.
Right.
I got that man stopped and dapped me up out of a bunch of people. Leech was right there. That shit was crazy as hell, bro. That shit was crazy as hell, bro. It's an energy thing, bro. It's an energy thing. It wasn't on no fan shit or nothing. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest moguls in this shit. But bro showed me mad respect and love here in our state. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm built for this shit, bro. What the fuck? That was like saying spiritually, like, it's okay, nigga, that you don't battle anymore. Like, we still respect you in the space game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
You can go look up my shit, put in the work. You know, I didn't skip any steps. The rest didn't either. Coke didn't either. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was saying some wild shit when I was young. Like, I fucking said off the dome, I said sniper rifle with the motherfucking sight down. My clique got different guns like L1, R1, left up, right down, left up, right down, right now.
I remember that.
Bro, if I had a good PR team and I was like nice and really cared about that shit back then, I probably would have been on Smack already, bro. That would have been like, that was crazy. That was off the top of my head, bro. That's because we did it so much, bro. That's like me in the living room in my crib doing that with the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the ER easy. The rest is
that line.
That was, yeah. I put D in the ER easy. No security. I got the D in the ER easy. That's too much. That's too
For those that don't know, that's literally how you spell the man's name that he was battling.
Spell his whole name, bro. What? I was saying some wild stuff. I had some lines about Robin Williams and Joan Rivers, and I was a hothead.
Young whippersnapper.
I'm in a better space now.
I feel it.
I look at that young nigga, I'll be proud of him. I'm like, you made it through that shit, gang. For real. That was a rite of passage, for real.
I feel it. We got one more question I wanted to get into, and then we're going to get into one of your songs. I think I'm going to get into Never Switch for him because I just love that song too so much.
Yeah.
But if you had, real quick before we get into the next section, if you had to, listen or think of all your music, and whether it be a song or an album or an EP, whatever, what is your favorite project that you've worked on so far?
Skirt Day.
True. Skirt Day. Classic.
Hands down.
Yep. I feel that.
Rise of the Black Lion was the beginning. I love cuts off of that. I love that shit. I put a lot of work into all my projects. I love Stay Busy, Don't Play Busy. I love Quarantine Preme. All of those projects, it's Skirt Day. Like,
yeah.
I left it all on that motherfucker, man. Like, I feel like that Preme, I left everything on that album, and I was in a cocoon, and I'll never be that guy again, if that makes sense. That was like a milestone and a transition in my life to being a different man. You know what I'm saying? I left it all on that album and shit. Yeah. So like that'll always be my baby until I make something else that makes me feel that way. But I'm on it. I'm on it.
There we go. I feel that.
I need some hooks and verses from you, sir.
No, I got you, bro. I got you. Just let me know. This song that we're gonna get into right now, though, this one is called Never Switch. This one is off Quarantine Preme. I'm not even gonna talk about it. We're just gonna get into it, and we'll be right back here on Behind the Glass. Stay tuned. But that was, I'm gonna say it. That song, Never Switch. That is my favorite DeLa Preme song. I'm big on the auto-tune.
My favorite song on that project.
I'm big on the auto-tune, Guy Like Me, and I think that is a whole ass untapped bag for Mr. DeLa Preme? We've talked about this
I
before.
will go on record saying that Bob showed me how to use the auto tune. Clip it.
Clip that. Can we clip that? Clippers in the chat?
Clip it. Yeah, clip it. Clip that. Because he like knows how to use that shit. That shit is not easy, and it's not just about trying to like put a note on there. You got to be able to carry notes and some more shit. So like, Never Switch. That's the first time I felt like we were hitting every note on like
that. The first time I heard that, I don't even think you just announced Quarantine Preme was out. I went and listened to that. I was floored, bro. I was like, I'm here for more of this.
Yo, nigga Robbie showed me that shit, man. I feel like the Avatar. One of the elements. He's a auto-tune master. He showed me how to use that shit.
Yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error on my part. Nothing special, I would say.
I've only been in Avatar mode on Never Switch, though. I've never been able to top that, bro. It's so hard to get back into that.
Bro,
I don't know what it was, bro.
I will say, so we recorded a song earlier this year, February or March, called Welcome Back on some... I don't really want to get into too much of it because there was a sour relationship and I'm not able to ever release that song. But I will say, from Bob, you got into that mode on that song. The first 8 bars of that, you were back, you never left. And I was here in the studio when you were recording that. I was sitting in the chair.
Around. It's like having your sensei around. You gotta make sure your kick is still right. You go fucking talk shit if the kick is sloppy. Like, what you been doing? You haven't been practicing your kick?
No, it was fire. It was fire. You can do it, bro. You just gotta try, and you won't get it first time. Maybe you gotta try a couple times, but you got it. Mark my words.
So even Katie said I should do a whole EP like that.
Bro, we should do an EP like that.
Come on,
bro.
I already got a concept for it too, bro.
Dude, I don't know if the traditional music industry is ready for something like that. That would be... what would people do with their time? Barriers. What would people do with their time if we released something like that? Because they would stream it 24/7, every person.
Man, that shit's good. Everywhere else. Get it placed. Yeah.
Well,
my dog.
Maybe in the future. But for the second half of this interview, I wanted to get into our chat GPT questions. That's right. Because in 2023, why would you think for yourself when you could ask a computer to think for you? So,
yo, that's a crazy stance. And it's all good. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I love AI too. It's all good. But salute to the humans. Stand your ground. But you know, that's how stand your ground. It's getting wicked out here. Learn how to use this shit.
Yeah.
Learn how to use it, bro.
I'm just saying in terms of the context of writing questions for a weekly show, it's pretty good. Anyway, first question. How do you maintain authenticity and creative integrity while navigating the demands of the commercial music industry?
The only way to do that, because there's not a lot of ways, unless you're fake, is to be yourself.
Absolutely.
All the way.
100%.
That's the only way. There's no solution to it. There's no solution. There's not a PR team that can teach you how to be this and that. There's not a think tank or, a whole group is going to tell you what you need to do to be this. That comes, I'm pretty sure that people need that. But the ones who are like authentically themselves, I feel like are the legends.
True. Yeah.
Like, we all know Currency's a legend. We know he's a huge legend. He's himself. Shaq is himself. Snoop Dogg them niggas are themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, Matthew McConaughey is himself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, bro. Like, Seth Rogen is himself. Like,
that's true. 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're yourself, you maneuver all of that shit, because it's not easy in an industry where it's cool to be a bunch of fake stuff that they use to lower your frequency. But the only way to be able to do everything is just to be yourself, bro. Because nobody wants to see the fake shit. And when you get it, if you're faking something, when you get around people who are really doing that shit, it's not hard to tell.
Yep.
Like, it's not in everything. That's not on no street shit. That's not on that. That's in anything. That's like even if you're a gamer.
Yeah.
A gamer's gonna know if you're not really a gamer.
I think that
button mash.
True. I think that I could really quickly talk about how we met in person the first time, because I think there's a lot about what you're talking about that was like on display. So
Hell yeah.
this was 2017, I think. And I was invited. It was okay. No. It was whose birthday?
Those are crazy years.
It was
Those are crazy years.
whose birthday was it? Fucking like Deli every day. It was Deli every day's birthday. There was a session at.
Just he wanted a session for his
Was it Digilab?
At Digilabs. At
Yep.
Digilab for
So
his birthday.
it was a session at Digilab, and I got invited by like someone else, T-Call. Shouts out T-Call. Big long-time rapper. Arizona rapper. Yep. So he was like, yo, I know there's this session going down at this place today. Do you want to like roll through just to see what's good? And I was like, bet. Like, because I was like, I didn't have shit to do because of fucking, you know what I mean? So we went to the studio, and then there was a bunch of people there. There was like rappers, girlfriends, photographers. There were just a lot of people there. And then I remember, so like I had never been to Digilab, so I'm trying to like
salute to Digilab. That place was fire.
Absolutely.
They made a lot out of that small space. They
Absolutely.
made a lot out of that shit.
I met a lot of people there, like in the first like 5 minutes walking through the door, and then I remember I went in the back of the facility, like backyard, if you will. They had like the recording studio. I remember going in there. There were like 20 rappers. I kid you not, 20 rappers in this small ass control room. Like there was like a bench seating all the way around, filled. I swear every single spot was filled. And then so like there's a lot of commotion. There's like no beats playing though. No one's in the recording studio. Nothing's happening. Just people on their phones and whatever and talking.
Writing
right.
and shit, talking.
And then I remember I just walk in. Me and Teek are just like standing there because there's even nowhere to sit. It's like standing room only. And then I remember someone stood up and he was like, yo, this is cool, but like we have a whole ass studio right now that's paid for. We don't have to worry about studio time. We have so many rappers in here. We have producers out there. Like someone get someone a beat right to it and like record right now. Like why are we wasting time? And I remember looking at Teek and I was like, bro, who is that? And he's like, bro, that is DeLa Preme. I kid you not. That was like legendary shit. Like that was the first time we met, and I was like, damn. On the authenticity and the creative integrity, bro, I knew with like what is understood does not have to be explained. And like walking into that room, seeing all of those people who are just fine sitting there in a studio, like basically wasting
just
time,
taking pictures and shit, and like doing all the Instagram, like, nigga, why are we here, bro?
100%. You got on everyone's heads, and immediately off the rip, I was like, dude, I wanna say hi to him. Like he's like, this guy knows, this guy's onto it.
That's crazy. You just took me all the way back to that day, bro. Salute to Deli too. That was a dope ass birthday gift to like yourself and everybody in the world. That was a cool ass day.
100%.
Yeah,
Lord
bro,
Poo Poo
niggas just want to smoke it.
Lord Poo Poo Pee Pee in the chat said, man means business. Absolutely.
Yo, facts, bro. Facts. Like, that shit. And it's just because you can't be wasting time. Like I said earlier, like I got kids and stuff, you know what I mean? So like time away from my family, and I'm just chilling with y'all, smoking blunts and stuff, and we all just looking at each other, posting on Instagram. Like, I did not sign up for this. I thought we were rapping. We were rapping. For what? For real? You know, I thought we were rapping. You know, Deli's a rapper. His name was Deli the Rapper. You know what I mean? That's, you know, I want to rap.
True. You can't really.
I just want to. Yeah, hey, that was crazy. You know, and all the real ones stepped up, and everybody else fell back. Do you remember that shit was crazy, dog? Low key. I didn't even realize that was even. I was just being myself.
I think I remember something else. I remember because like so right after you said that, everyone was it was like posturing, like who's tight, like I'm gonna drop bars, like everyone just went around spitting. Like I think it was like there wasn't a beat. I don't think people were just like freestyling, going back and forth. And then I remember I spit like a 4 bars or 8 bars. I remember something I said caught your eye because you were like respected where I was coming because you could tell it was a freestyle. Like in the moment off the dome, and you like looked at me and you were like, give me a little nod or something. That was like before I had even like officially met you and shit. But so yeah, it's like
universe.
Yeah, when you're yourself around the people that are like also like authentically themselves in the same way, it's like when like what you were saying, when you get around the people that are actually doing this shit, it's really easy to see who's faking it, but also it's really easy to see who's really doing it because you just look at the hard shit you're going through, and if you see someone else going through the similar hard shit to make music to do this, then it's like they're probably real. You know, obviously you can't just take that across the board. I want to quickly clarify that for legal reasons. But yeah, no, you can real recognize real, but also like you could see very easily if someone is just faking it and not really about it. So, next question that I have from the chat GPT.
Hey, I appreciate you for that, bro. That's what's up,
man. That's real stories. That's behind the glass. That's how we actually met. You know what I mean? Now
that's fire.
It's written. It's recorded in history, in the annals of history.
That's fire. That's fire. The annals.
So, as an artist who's seen success, what advice would you give to aspiring musicians striving to break into the industry?
Just don't stop and know that it's like the hard work never stops and it gets more hard, but the rewards are hard. The rewards are lit. The harder it gets, then the reward's gonna be more lit, And then like the higher you get, there's less competition and way more collaboration.
Absolutely, that's a huge thing.
It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Like the competition part happens at the bottom because everybody wants to get it, and then everybody's taxing each other and no one trusts each other and shit. Once you get out of that mind state, and it's a frequency thing and everything, and you rise above that shit, first of all, you'll be able to notice it. Second of all, you'll get around people that notice that you notice it, so they don't got to talk to you the same. And they know your worth and they know you know it. So it's like, bro, I'm really just charging you for my time for it. And it's something like, this ain't hurting me doing this. You know what I mean? I'm charging you from what I've been through in this music industry or in life to this point. This is what I feel like I can charge you for my time.
Yeah.
Isn't that what all of this is? Like, isn't that what engineers are, what graphic designers are, what artists are, what producers are? That's all it is, right? Mm. This is what I feel like my time is worth now because of what I've been through and what I've learned.
And the equipment I'm using and like how many times I've tried this and I've learned. There's so much that goes into
so like sure. You set that price though, right? And if you believe in somebody, maybe that isn't like if you fuck with somebody, that's just not always going to be a factor. You know what I mean? It might be a stepping stone for a play. It might be something that you don't even realize it was used for other shit to help the whole situation. You know what I mean? But at the top, and as you get closer to the top in any industry, it's a lot more collaboration. Y'all niggas be going to dinner together and shit. Yeah. Got motherfuckers' numbers in your phone. They call you when you're cooking breakfast with your shirt off and shit. Don't give a fuck that they hear your kids in the background and shit. You know what I mean? And niggas are trying to help you make bigger moves because they believe in what you're doing and vice versa. And that's how you build a real community. It takes everybody's help. It takes multiple people's help. So we can't waste time taxing each other and competing when we could be building and making this whole shit look like a big investment, and contributing to the bigger picture and shit like that. So like, that's how that works.
Yeah. No, and then this is something that Mr. Beast has said about YouTube videos, but if you spend every day for a year trying to make YouTube videos, like you're going to make mistakes and you're going to like learn from those mistakes. But if you have a group of 2, 3, 4 people who are all working equally as hard doing that and then sharing what they learn amongst that group of people is going to be able to be 2x, 3x, 4x as far in 1 year as that person who's working alone, just because like there's so many different people that are all working equally hard, for the same general goal. And then there's each person that learns can bring that back to the group, and that group can apply that without having to necessarily learn that themselves, which is huge.
And that's just math. You know what I mean? That's more people focused on the goal and being able to multiply instead of you being by yourself trying to do all that shit alone. Man, teams are everything.
True.
Yeah, this YouTube shit is tricky too. Yeah, YouTube shit, all that shit. That's the. Whew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does take consistency. Is that what you're on every single? You're gonna do it for every single day of the year, like every week for the rest of the year, or what you gonna do?
What do you mean? With YouTube videos?
What you gonna do? No, like this. What you gonna do? Like every week for the rest of the year?
Yeah, every week for the rest of my life. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have no plans. I have no plans of stopping. We're already planning. I've got a couple of guests, maybe for like one for next week, one for the week after. We got a couple in the pipeline. Some pretty cool people. I don't want to say anything until it's like for sure yet. But
no, you good. I'll send some people your way.
Hell yeah. We'll talk about it. The only thing I'll say this on the record. I want to get at least as we're starting with these first episodes, I want to get one from each role. So I've got like a recording engineer, I've got an artist now. So like I want to get like a videographer, I want to get like someone who works in marketing. I want to I want to get Benji to talk about Easy Way Too Active. Like
well, you just gotta. That's nothing. I can tell.
Oh, I know, dog. I know. I haven't even asked him because, like, yeah.
Oh,
I know. Of course. Shout out Benji. Salute Benji.
Yeah, salute to my twin. That's my guy. He don't got dreads, but he's tall. Skiggity. That's my dog.
What an accurate description of fucking Ben Fly, my guy. He doesn't have dreads. Check. Is tall. Check. All right. He checks out.
Yo, that's my bro, man. Hey, real shit, salute to Benji, because me and Benji have been closer, like at a closer capacity, especially this last like year and a half, because we built the business together, and like that's a vulnerable thing to do with another person. You know what I'm saying? You got to see somebody every year. I know everything about the person you're going to be in business with. You want to have a successful one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we both went through hella real hard ass shit in life while building the business, bro. And if anybody who builds a business know you don't always make money at first for a while. A lot of it's spending money, and that shit sucks. Because I mean, like, you gotta come out of pocket to feed your baby. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of the baby. You feel me? And 100%. Like, until the baby's old enough to work and get a job and start paying some bills. You feel me? And like. That's finally where we're at. It's, you know, the preteens, child labor. No, you know what I mean? We're just gonna. No, I'm playing. But fucking, it's definitely grown into something, and he's seen me grow into a boss right in front of his eyes.
Yeah, I think you both.
And we both facts, and we both have learned a lot in this process and from each other because we are so close, and like that we're a lot alike. You know, that's one reason why I call him my twin. I only got one of those. I don't call nobody else my twin. You know what I'm saying? I never was even saying that shit before. That's my dog for real, and we both care about the same thing. We both know what we're doing and what we are willing to give up for this shit for other. And he's selfish like me, even though we have like there's things we'll be selfish about because everybody doesn't deserve every piece of you, so they earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like we're both artists, both have our own brands, and we both are like successful. You know what I'm saying? We can live off of our shit. The fact that we put our shit to the side to be able to build something for everybody together, a lot of people wouldn't do that shit ever. You know what I mean? Let alone focus on it for like the rest of their lives. Like
it takes a lot of investment in like money, time, hours, like blood, sweat, tears. Like it's a lot. And so like to do that with someone else, you gotta really, like you said, know pretty much everything about them, and you gotta like truly like identify and be like, yeah, this is someone I fuck with, because it's not easy at all to be on a team, and it's definitely not easy to be on a team running a business for sure.
And we both leaders. You know how hard it is to be on a team when you have like two alphas? That's hard, bro. But like we're two alphas, or we're two different animals. You know what I mean? So like we respect each other. It's not a competition. We both have a lot of shit to conquer. Together, it takes both of us. For what's on our plate, it takes both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It takes both of our networks coming together and us learning how to do this better and better and better, so we can help everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to my dog. I'll get him on here. Nothing. I'll hit him right after this. That's nothing.
Absolutely.
That motherfucker, man. Tall ass nigga.
We love that.
He got me in the gym. I work out every day because the niggas like Benji and fucking.
I've seen that. He's been posting the gym selfies himself, bro. We love a man or woman getting in the, or whatever. We love a person getting in the gym, bettering themselves. You know what I mean? Salute to that. You could do it. No one's special that's in the gym. They're just choosing to go to the gym.
They're just choosing to go to the gym, bro.
That's
straight
true.
Up, dog.
That's true. To get back on topic, I know we meandered, but it's fine. We're here for it. But can you share a pivotal moment or experience in your career that significantly influenced your growth as an artist?
Oh, my mom died. Easy.
That is a huge topic. Let's get into it. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Not to make it dark, but I've came to terms with everything for the most part. And I'm her oldest, so like I feel like the way I got over it, not even getting over it, but the way I've grown from it is already written, you know? I believe in a higher power, you know? I'm very spiritual, you know? I believe in a heaven and a hell, so like I know God already had a lot of this already written, so that was just a part of my story for real. But when my mom died, my ego died, and that's such an important thing because when you have a lot of ego, Those are my kids in the background.
It's all good.
When you have a lot of no, you get when you have a lot of ego, uh, you'll allow shit like yes man or a lot of dumb shit to be around you, and you'll get caught up in your own shit. You know get lost in the sauce,
That's
and
true.
it is, bro. And like I already have a lot of pride anyway because I'm a Leo and shit. So like I that shit needed to be checked, but it's sad and it sucks. The only way for it to happen was I had to like lose my mom because she was my safety net. Bob knows a lot about things. He was with me a lot, right? Like he knew my mom. You know what I'm saying? One of my last closest friends to meet my mom was this man right here. You feel me? So he knows how close we were and shit. Like you know, he was close to my mom. So you know, what I mean, straight up. But fucking yeah, dog. It made me realize that it's bigger than me too. Cause like music, bro, it's a selfish thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be successful in this and stuff, and like we have all these dreams, but like that's our dream, bro. And you can't force everybody to be a part of your dream. We're not with friends, not with family. You know what I'm
Spitting
saying?
facts. That's a
Not with
hard lesson.
nobody.
That's a hard lesson to
It
teach.
is, bro, and that comes from ego, bro. That comes from ego because we think we're the center of the fucking universe. That's the curse of an artist, bro. Not even like me being a Leo or none of that shit. That's the curse of an artist. You think you're the center of the universe because you're creating it. You know what I mean? Everybody's job is not to be a part of your dream, bro. You know what I mean? And that is okay. They have their own dreams and shit. And I would have never had my eyes open to shit like that if my ego didn't straight die. Because I realized, no, it's bigger than you, bro. There's a lot more things in life that are important, not just yours. Fool. Even though yours is important and it's hard and all that. When, you know what I'm saying? People are going through their own shit, their own battles. In their life, those battles are huge. You know what I'm saying? Who are we to judge anybody's battle, bro?
It's true.
Coming from a nigga that started off in battles, full circle, right?
Sheesh,
Who,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Who are we to judge anybody's battle in their life? Who, you know what I'm saying? We don't have that right to judge anybody at all.
Yeah.
So I don't think I started being so much more selfless and being able to empathize and put myself in everybody's shoes until that happened. I wouldn't have been able to do this either if that didn't happen. Just straight facts, you know? Because I wasn't thinking about everything. I was still in that mindset like, I'm going to put on Arizona. Full speed's going to put on Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be the one that opens the door for all of us and shit. Like, that's cool, bro. Then you realize what you really can contribute because I can still do all that, but I know what I contribute as well, and this is bigger than all of that, bro.
Well, that like AZ Way Too Active is what's gonna lead to eventually one artist being able to break out of Arizona in a mainstream capacity. Yeah,
man. I hope I break 1,000,000 preems. I hope my life shows. My life plants seeds for 1,000,000 other teams. And I mean that in a spiritual sense, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of leaders that create more, that see the bigger picture, bro, because it's just going to help all of us. You know what I mean? It's going to help all of us. And we need everybody's help, for real. It's in a cry for help, because we're going to do it regardless. But it's, you know what I'm saying? They playing Ninja Turtles. I'm low-key jealous.
It's
but
all good.
Like,
we got a couple questions
it's
left.
real. No, you're good. But yeah, that's what it had to be. That
got it.
And I don't ever want it to be. I don't want it to be a dark thing. It's always gonna be heavy, you know. And but that's just how it was written for me, you know. And it was painful, dog. It was painful. It was uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch you go through that, and there was nothing I could do because, like, you know what I mean? I didn't cause the pain. Like, there was like, but it just, damn, it was hard, bro, because I saw you hurt. Like,
that's what brothers do, though. That's what families for. We hold each other down, bro. Mm-hmm. You didn't like bug me, bro. You didn't make me talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You just held me down, bro. And like, there's not too many people like that in the world. Fool. We all get bitter because of how life does us, and we really like end up making ourselves islands. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which is one of the 48 laws of power. Don't do that shit.
That's true.
Don't ever do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real facts right now.
That's a fact, but we do it because, you know, life makes us bitter for whatever situation. It could be relationships, friendships that fail, family, you know what I mean? Like, but when you start trying to empathize as much as you can, protect your energy always, you know what I'm saying? When we try to empathize as much as you can, you realize that like a lot of this shit is out of your control. You know what I mean? So it's like, can't really fuck with you and shit.
True.
That's a hard lesson I learned too.
That's a hard ass fucking lesson for sure.
Yeah.
So on a lighter note, to get back to
yeah,
you
right?
know what I mean? No, it's heavy, but I appreciate you breaking down like what the real answers behind the questions. That's what we're here for. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
So
I try to be I'm a transparent artist, man.
Yeah. This one is about social media. What role do you think social media plays in promoting and connecting with fans in today's music industry?
Fucking everything? What?
Yeah, it's like pivotal. It's like one. If you want to have success in today's music industry, you are utilizing social media as a tool. Period.
To its fullest. Like, and if you can't do it yourself, get a team to do it for you, bro. And honestly, like, and if you want to do physical footwork, that street team shit like that shit's not dead. Always be more creative and do what you can to stay out and like stand out. But social media is everything. Don't think you can do anything without that shit. That's how it goes.
That's true. That's a pretty cut and dry. Like
short form content.
Everything.
Yeah, short form content. Yeah, you know, short form content. Stack that shit. Push that shit. Don't like drop something and then just forget about it. Keep pushing that shit because everybody hasn't seen it shit, bro. You don't know who's gonna see it and change your life and shit. Don't give up on your ideas, man.
True.
Look yourself in the mirror and know that you like you're worth an infinite amount of money because like your brain can create anything. You probably think about a bunch of $1 million ideas a fucking month, bro, and forget about them.
Yep, you just don't apply it. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
you're just like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Look at who can do. Fuck that. That's crazy. And the ones who are rich, they never be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Nah, they do that shit.
They just do that shit.
Like,
that's how they get more rich. Yeah.
Yo, it's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Let me just do that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Let's promote that energy. Excuse me.
100%. All right. Well, I just wanted to say we got one question left before I was gonna end them with "Get a Life." We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and watch the video together. As the intro. But I just have one more question, and thank you so much for coming on. By the way, second ever guest, episode 2. I think it went really, really well. Shouts out to you guys watching at home. Hope you guys enjoyed.
You gotta clip this and send this to me, man. I'm about to push this content,
bro. You already know. You already know the time we're on. Guts and Glory is out here with the fucking crowns in the chat. Crowns in the chat. Guts and Glory 33. We love you.
Guts and Glory. That's a cool ass name, bro.
Bro, he came around my Twitch like 6+ months ago, followed me over to Kick. He's in the Discord, very active, very loyal member of the community. We love Guts and Glory.
Salute to the Discord. Your family's dope, bro.
We got him out here. We got the good ones into the Discord. There's a lot of rats in there. We're not even gonna touch on that right now, though.
I'm dead.
Anyway, so in the age of, and this kind of goes back to what we were just talking about, but in the age of streaming services.
You're getting a contact, huh?
I am, bro. Fuck. In the age of streaming services, how do you approach monetizing your music and adapting to the changing revenue models in the industry?
You just gotta have all your shit registered, have your publishing set up, bro. There's 6 ways to get your money. Look it up. I'm hella high right now, but look it up. You know what I'm saying? And you collect all your money. Collect cash too.
Dude, I found something literally today. It's like an hour-long video from a company called Songtrust, which if you don't know who Songtrust is, they're one of the companies that can get you paid.
Definitely one of the countries. That's how you get your performance royalties.
So I'm going to post the video in the chat. I'm literally making this shit so easy for people. But this will tell you this like 6 different ways he's talking about that you can monetize a song. So if you guys are interested in this content, it's in the chat right here. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you want this sweet content, guess what? You got to be here live. You know what I mean? Live Tuesday nights. You know who it is behind the glass. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
My G, you can live off of being an artist. You don't got to be famous. You just need 1,000 fans, loyal ones. You'll be all right. You'll be a 6-figure motherfucker. I'm not saying I am. You know?
True.
I still smoke Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
He is not. You know. For the record, I want to clarify: it is not Christmas Reggie that this man is smoking on right now. The contact high is not produced from the Christmas reg, at least not for a guy like me. Anyway.
I am smoking on that gas.
Life could be on Cinemax, that's true.
Thanks.
But yeah, so basically, yeah, it just comes down to making sure everything is registered. I'm gonna go through it just because like I'm releasing music right now. You gotta have your shit distributed. You gotta have your shit registered with the performance rights organization like BMI or ASCAP.
Getting your shit distributed is not hard either. Just pick one.
Just pick one and pay a little bit of money,
Yeah.
but not nearly as much as you used to have to. It's literally an open door, basically.
Yeah.
There's a website called Music Match. No C, it's a X. Musicsmatch, basically.com. You can for free upload your lyrics to your songs that is connected to your distributor, and you don't have to pay DistroKid $15 a month to get your lyrics on all platforms. That's a huge win as well. Fucking what else?
That one's fire. Send me that one.
Oh yeah, I'll
That
send you
was
that.
hard.
I'll send you that.
That was hard. That was hard.
I'm out here. I'm sleuthing the fucking Reddit posts for the fucking
That was hard. That was hella hard.
And then what else? Fucking Song Trust, obviously. And then is there anything I'm forgetting? Oh, making sure your
Did you already tell?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Did you say BMI ASCAP already?
Yeah. BMI ASCAP, the performance rights organization. Yep. Song Trust for the rest of the publishing. SoundScan, your shit will be uploaded to SoundScan once you have an ISRC from your distributor. You just need to make sure that ISRC is linked to any other places that you're going to sell the album so that those album sales count. And that's a lot of game. I'm gonna stop there. But if you look through all of that, that's pretty much it. You're gonna get the mechanical royalties from the distributor. You're gonna get the publishing royalties from your performance rights organization and from Song Trust collecting those publishing royalties for you. So if you want to make money in the music industry, that's how you do it. There you go, Bob.
These seem like big words, but they'll be your favorite words. There's some people that live off of 4 checks a year. I call them 4 quarter niggas. I'm trying to be one of those, bro.
Facts. Just off the royalties alone. You don't even have to work technically in a year because you're gonna get paid. Yeah, that's fire. That's gas.
Bro, I be talking to my mentor. Get a mentor, by the way. That's game. I talk to my mentor, and he's always like, "Man, I gotta say now." He was like, "Hey, baby, you gotta check my ASCAP." And I was like, "Yeah, but I did, baby." They'd be happy as fuck. Go camping for a whole week and shit. Got an RV. He lives off of 4 checks, and all his royalty checks that come in. I was like, "Yo, that's the good life."
That's fire.
And he's not even like a huge artist. He's just like a smart mogul, and he gets a lot of show syndication. He's written songs for Disney, Nickelodeon. You know what I mean? He used to write songs for B2K and shit. And I'll get him on your show too. He's an Arizona native too. Yeah, bro. I got you, bro. He'll give you mad games too. He's on my ass every day. Talk. You know what I'm saying? Giving me games. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. But yeah, man. Handle your business. Get your money.
Absolutely.
Live off your creativeness.
You're leaving money on the table if you're not registering all the ways that we just described. There's money that you're earning that you're just not. You're like, nah. You're like, guy like me, I don't really need the money for my music. You know what I mean? I'm just making it for the fans. No. Don't be that. Don't be stupid. You know what I mean?
And they don't play you. They pay you on time every time.
Yep.
They give you notice like, hey, your money's coming. Hey.
And here's how much it is. Yep.
100%.
Well, I just want to say one more time, thank you, DeLa Preme, so much for coming on. We're about to get into Get a Life, the video, before we get out of here. But is there anything that you wanted to say, as we close out of here?
Hey, man, where focus goes, energy flows. Stay busy, don't play busy, because if you play busy, it's like lying, bro, and it's like playing yourself, and you can't lie to yourself, man. So don't waste none of this time, because you don't know how much you got, and you can't get any more back once it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you allocate that shit the right way, because time is the only real currency in this universe, bro. Don't forget that shit. Get your money, man. Be kind, stay active, and tap in, man. Skirt is below.
Absolutely.
IG, man, DeLa Preme, you know what I'm saying? Easy Way to Active or all digital socials, you know what I mean? We got to drop this music, got merch coming, got videos coming, Thor shows every month. Search a nigga, find a nigga, man. I talk back.
Sheesh. We appreciate you, DeLa Preme. We're going to get into this video, and then we'll be back next week with a special guest that I have not announced yet because it's not planned, but it's coming soon. So you can definitely catch us back next week. Preme, thank you so much for being here. And this is Get a Life by DeLa Preme. Give me one sec.